Throughout 2012, Leo and I have experimented a lot with our own habits. We tried many things, we've created lots of new habits, and so we just thought today we'll talk about how we've been successful in creating new habits.
Hey guys, welcome to the eighth episode of Startup Life. It's a show where Joel and I discuss all kinds of different things that we've learned throughout our startup career and the different life routines and habits we develop. And today, very basic topic: how to get started with a new habit. How do you create one? I guess like if you think back, we tried a lot of different things. We tried exercising routines, different ones, sleeping. We tried what else did we change?
We tried like
eating a lot.
Yeah. Eating more because I was going to the gym more. When we finish working.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, whether we do our personal side project work in the evening, or do it in the evening, or do it in the morning. This has been a big one for me.
All sorts. I think what's the one habit you would point out that you've been most successful with, if you think back?
I think my most successful habit is probably my exercise. So I'm now exercising. Well, for the last 3 months, I've been exercising 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And I think it just gives me so much energy for the day.
You do it in the morning. I go to the gym in the afternoon because I feel like it drains me. But it's interesting. You go in the morning, right?
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I think if I go once a week, or twice a week, then it can feel like it drains me. But I think for me, I feel like it gives me energy. Like if I get my day off to the start with the exercise. So right now I'm going to the gym in the morning at about 6:30, 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I get back about 8 a.m. And then I have some more food. So I already have some food before that, but I have some more food.
Yeah.
When I get back at 8 a.m. And yeah, it's just it really. If that's my day, then it's always.
It's off to a good start.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit what are the basic steps. So someone's watching this or so it's also a good reminder for ourselves. So how do you get into a new habit? You wanna start going to the gym consistently, or something in 2013 you want to change, like you want to learn the code. That would be my one thing.
That's your one, yeah.
How do we get started? What's the first thing you think someone should be trying to do?
Yeah, I think the exercise is probably a challenging one for us to discuss because we both started quite a while ago, right?
Yeah.
But I guess if I think all the way back, it's probably like 2.5 years. 3 years when I started hitting the gym. I think the key is to as you go on, you can have more parts to your routine, right? So I have a set time when I go. I have a set muscle group that I'm going to do each day. It's different each day, and all these kind of things, and I track it and everything. But I think when I was starting,
it gets quite overwhelming if you look at that.
You can't start that way. It's not going to work. So I think when you're getting started with something completely new, I think it's just try and do it maybe once a week, twice a week, nothing more, and just try and do that. It doesn't matter which days. It doesn't that's the aim. And I think it's when you start to add all these different things in, it's like you're kind of gonna set yourself up for failure in a way.
Yeah. So how long do you think? So we decide I want to start going to the gym. How long do you think is a good amount of time at the start? I would think maybe 10 minutes could already be enough. You can even do it from home. That's what I always think. Just start with 5 minutes. One exercise, push-ups, for example, at home.
That's a good one. Yeah,
every
something
day
that you can do at home without any free weights or anything, right? That's good. Yeah. I think 10 minutes is quite a short amount of time.
Yeah.
But it's a good way of explaining that it can be that short, right? It's I think as a separate example, I'm one of the habits I'm trying to create now is meditation.
Yeah.
And that's one that I don't have solid at all yet. Over Christmas, it just went complete. So over Christmas, I kept up the gym.
Yeah.
I didn't do 5 days a week, but because I have the solid 5 day a week habit, I only dropped to like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of ingrained. But the meditation I had quite solid before Christmas, and then like over Christmas I just did nothing basically. Yeah. So I think, and so for me with the meditation it's like very short, right? Like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
So 5 minutes a day.
It's
that's what you aim for.
The idea is so short that you can't fail with it. Right?
Yeah, it's got to be the kind of amount of time where you think like, oh, every day, of course I can do that amount of time.
So you almost feel stupid. That's if you feel stupid doing it, you feel like I can do 5 minutes in the gym. I mean, are you kidding me? But if you like really want to get into it and you have never managed it before, then try 5 minutes.
It's like I've been doing 5 days a week for the last 3 months.
Yeah.
And now I want to do at the weekend as well. So I mean today, Sunday, I went to the gym, but I literally did 10 minutes of running. That's it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing weights in the week. I want to do just a little bit of cardio at the weekend.
Yeah.
And I want to do more than 10 minutes. I want to do like 15, 20 minutes. And then I want to do 20 minutes every time, and I want to like beat my distance.
Yeah.
Things like this. But today, I've not done cardio for so long, and I just wanted to like just to go at the weekend, which is that's the new part. So I just went there and just did 10 minutes, and it was quite slow. I had the speed up quite high, and then I like just put it down because I was like getting tired, and then I didn't, it was more to go and do it and achieve that,
get back into it,
than to like
it's for the long run, right?
Yeah,
I think
you don't want to burn yourself out, right? It's like going to failure as well. You don't need to really. I'd much rather not go to failure with my exercises,
but go every day.
But actually go every day. Yeah.
So okay, someone started with the gym every day, 10 minutes, really easy, really simple. They're stepping up.
Yeah.
What do you think is the other challenges that we've kind of had a lot? I think the one thing that comes to mind is, and I think you're really good at this, is this like the imperfection, planning for imperfection, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm really strict with myself. I'm really rigid. I'm like, I do 5 times a week. I go to the gym and I don't let myself fail. And I think that's what's bad, right? Because I think you had a great example of someone where you... Like,
yeah. I think there's this like... So what I've seen that can happen a lot, and it used to happen with me, and I see it happen with other people a lot, is you'll decide, I'm going to do 5 times a week or something, and then you do 2 times in a row, 2 days in a row, or 3 days in a row, and you really love it, right?
Yeah.
And you feel good, and you're enjoying it, and then for whatever reason, 4th day it's like a big stretch, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the first time you've done 3 days in a row, and it's like you have this 4th day, and somehow for some reason you failed.
You fail, yeah.
And what I've seen happen is basically the feeling of disappointment that you failed to do that 4th day in a row. That's what stops you continuing the habit or picking it up.
Not that you didn't like it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not that you didn't like what you were doing, or that you didn't feel good when you're doing it, or that it was like too straining or anything. It's usually the disappointment that you failed this chain, this routine. So, the way I like to we have this daily stand-up Skype call with the team for Buffer, and like you'll often find me saying on that, like, I'll be aiming for like 5 days a week or something new, and maybe I won't quite achieve it, but I'll always say like, oh, but this was the first time I was trying to do that this week, and I'll often say, oh, I've done 3 days this week, so I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
It's good.
So it doesn't matter if you let it slip.
You should be happy because usually that's more than you've like.
No, you would do anyways if you wouldn't do it at all.
The reason you slip is because you're pushing yourself beyond what you're comfortable with, right? And the only way to grow and to build better habits is to push yourself beyond what you're normally used to.
Yeah.
And then like you stretch yourself and it's like and it hurts or whatever, and then that's where the growth happens, right?
Yeah.
And then you have this renewal, and then the next time you can push a little bit further.
Yeah.
So like when you slip up, that's when the growth's happening. So you should be happy and you should celebrate it, I think.
Should just try again, like
so
after a day or two.
Allow for that imperfection.
Yeah.
Do
we have anything else?
I think the other thing I would mention is that it's good to start small and then to just stay at that level for maybe a bit longer than you normally would, and it becomes really solid.
Yeah. The 21-day rule.
Exactly right. So in like 21 days is quite a long time, but that's how long it needs to become a solid habit.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'd say like there's like you can either fail because you push yourself too hard, or you can fail because you don't change it enough. Like you don't step it up.
Yeah.
Like both things couldn't happen, right? So it's just to keep it interesting to like.
Have the
so
nice
one of the things
curve of growth, right?
One of the things I find the most fun is to continually change my routine, and it's not because it's not that it's not working or anything. It's just that you have to continually change it, otherwise it just gets boring, and then that's going to be why you fail.
It's this like if it ain't broke, break it kind of thinking. Right?
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's very good. Like
that's good.
I did that the same. Like changed my gym routine completely, even though I was quite happy with my old one. But I thought like you can learn so much by changing things, like by experimenting. Like that's why I think it's so valuable. Just you're quite happy, but you want to learn more. Definitely. You want to try more, and then you've got all of a sudden these 2 sample sets. You try this experiment, you try this, and you like your mind just grows so much more.
I agree. It's like I was getting up quite early, and it's good, like getting up 6 a.m. or something. And then I just thought I want to go crazy and just try 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'd been trying, and then that's really good. But it 6 a.m. was working fine, but I just want to try it, right?
Exactly.
So. Cool.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, it would be cool. Which habits anyone is like?
What habits are you working on, or like how are you finding like the process of building those habits? It would be really cool to hear from you. So.
See you guys.
Bye.